Okay guys, welcome back to yet another lockdown update. We're a good few weeks into this now. I hope you are all staying well. And going by the announcements earlier this week, we've got at least 3 more weeks of this to go. So in this video, what I want to do is I want to give you an update directly from Amazon. So I've got access directly to the COVID-19 help page from Amazon. I'm then going to show you how delivery dates are changing, especially with regards to Prime delivery dates. I'm then going to show you my sales, which are still terrible, unfortunately. So spoiler alert, they still suck, and I will be showing you my sales over the past 2 weeks. And then finally, I have an exclusive offer for you guys, which is insanely good and hopefully will keep you busy for the next 3 weeks of lockdown. So let's kick things off by taking a look at the COVID-19 help page directly from Seller Central. Now this page is only available if you have a Seller Central account. So what I thought would be helpful to some of you that aren't currently selling on Amazon yet is to scroll through this. You can then pause the video where you want and you can read through this in a bit more detail. So at the top of the page we've got the what you need to know, and this is based on all of the information that Amazon have basically been announcing over the past few weeks as part of their COVID announcement. And then based on the information they announced, there have been lots of FAQs. So hopefully if you scroll through this and read this and pause it when you want to read a relevant question, you'll be able to get the answer to that FAQ. So I'll try to make sure I scroll down and stop at the correct point. But if I miss anything and you want to know the answer to a particular question, just let me know in the comments and I'll make sure I copy and paste over the relevant answer. Now what I've done here, I've left the seller fulfilled Prime stuff closed as that isn't really relevant to us FBA sellers. And then finally we have the page section about performance, which hopefully no one is going to get punished too much for seeing their performance figures drop because of what's happening with Amazon and how they are handling this crisis. So hopefully you guys find that section useful. So that's the boring bit out of the way. That's the Amazon update, and you guys can go through that and pause it as and when you like. Now about 2 weeks ago I released a video showing how my sales had suddenly dropped due to what was happening in the world, but also due to the way that Amazon had implemented some of these policy changes. And one of the things that I flagged up that I was most frustrated about, and this is a screenshot from that video, was the wide variation in Prime delivery dates between products within the same niche. So this was the chopping board niche at the time, and within that you had products that were available within a few days, April 8th, and then products that were available 1 month later on May the 8th. So there was a big discrepancy, and this was really hitting my products as well because there were products in my niche with short delivery dates and all of my products had long delivery dates. So since that video was released, there have been some developments with delivery dates, so I thought I'd give you an update of where we are. So going back to the chopping board niche with the live results as they stand at the moment, and what you'll see is that and this applies to many of the niches at the moment, there is still a discrepancy between some of the delivery dates. So you have April 22nd and April 29th, but they're a lot closer. They're only 1 week apart. And as I scroll down, you'll see more there that you've got one to the 29th and the 22nd. So the gap isn't as big as it used to be. It is still far from ideal, and it still gives unfair advantage to those with a shorter delivery date. Now in some niches, and this is what is happening in my niches, there seemed to have been some equalization between the delivery dates. So products that were available immediately had their delivery dates pushed back 2 weeks, and my products and various other products which had long 1 month deliveries had their delivery dates pulled forward 2 weeks. So now everyone has kind of like a 2 week delay, and that tends to change on a day-to-day basis, but at least it's consistent now in more niches than it was. So that's the delivery update. Hopefully things are getting fairer and the delivery dates are getting shorter. So any sales drop-offs we're seeing is hopefully purely just down to what is happening in the world and not so much caused by Amazon's unfair implementation of their policy changes. Now, before I move on to my sales, which as I mentioned are terrible, if you could just take a moment to hit that like button, send me some positivity before I go through these figures. So here we go. This is my sales. The red line is last year and the blue line is this year. So if I just jump on to April there, so in April so far, I have sold 45 units, so just under £1,200 of sales in comparison to just over £20,000 of sales in April last year. So that's quite a substantial drop off, and I would say the large percentage of that is down to the way Amazon implemented the policy change. Of course there would have been a drop off anyway due to what's happening, but I'm going to put a lot of that at Amazon's door because when you've got products that are available with a couple of day delivery versus mine at the time that were available with a 4 week delivery, that is why they dropped off so sharply. And you can, if we go through to the sales page where there's actually hopefully a glimmer of hope, which I'll be able to show you at the very end of this graph. You can see here, this is when the lockdown started to kick in around the middle of March, and then Amazon implemented the longer delivery dates, which completely killed the sales. Now, as you can see, over the past few days, things have picked up very slightly. And actually on Monday, I sold 6 units. And I mean, the last time I sold 6 units was, or above 6 units, was the 22nd of March. So, you know, having the best day in 3 weeks is a small sign that maybe things are potentially picking up. And if we go down to the table here, we have another indicator that maybe people's shopping habits are changing, and that is the unit session percentage. So just as lockdown was kicking in, but before the long delivery dates were enforced, we had a conversion rate of between 10 and 20%. Now, my average conversion rate is typically about 15%. So for every 100 people that visit my listing, about 15 people will buy that particular product. And what happened is when those delivery dates got extended, you can see here right in the middle, all of a sudden the conversion rate dropped. You know, we had some days with no sales at all, and a 2.5 conversion, 3%. You know, we had a terrible drop off in conversion rate. So it doesn't matter how many people were coming to my pages, despite the fact the sessions were down as well. The actual conversion rate of those people to sales was super low. But as we can see, it stayed low for a good couple of weeks. But in the last week or so, we're starting to see a few more instances where things have returned to double figures. So hopefully, that is a small sign that people's buying habits are changing and sales may start to pick up. And as we go through the next few weeks, hopefully they will continue very slowly to improve. But it's very difficult to predict exactly what is going to happen. All I can do is share with you guys exactly what's happening to me and show you the hard stats as to what is behind the sales that I'm currently seeing. So hopefully you found seeing my sales useful and not too depressing, and the Amazon COVID seller page helpful. Now, what I want to do next is share with you an insanely good offer. Now, I know a lot of you guys like the fact that I don't really push anything down your throat on this channel. I don't sell courses, and the only thing I tend to do occasionally is mention Helium 10. Now, Helium 10 is what I want to come back to here, and the reason I want to share it with you guys is that Helium 10 are now pledging $1 million to support e-commerce sellers because they know how much we are struggling in this time. Now, what that actually equates to you guys is the biggest discount that's ever been available on the Helium 10 tool suite. Now, I've been working with Helium 10 as an affiliate for about 18 months, and the biggest discount they have ever offered is 50% off the first month. Even when I said to them, look, I've got FBA Elite and I've got lots of members in there that could do with an additional discount, they would not offer me a discount code above 50%, as they wouldn't offer anyone else a discount code above that level. However, because of what has happened at the moment, they are now offering an 80% discount code for the first month, which means you can get access to the full Helium 10 tool suite for less than $20. And it's also, there's more to it than just the discount on the Helium 10 subscription, because not only do you get access to the full Helium 10 tool suite, so you get access to X-Ray Sales Estimator, which is the tool that I use to analyze sales figures. So you get this as part of your subscription, so you can see all the sales figures. So you don't need something like Jungle Scout when you've got this. But you also get access to lots of other tools such as Blackbox, which is their product research tools. You've got the Organic Rank Tracker, you've got Magnet and Cerebro, which is their keyword research tools. So there are lots of really useful tools as part of this tool suite. So if you sell on Amazon or plan to sell on Amazon for less than $20, you can get a really good feel of those tools. But in addition to that, you also get access to this course they provide. Now, this is something they've launched fairly recently, and this is a course by Kevin King, who I understand has a very, very good FBA reputation. So if you've ever fancied taking an Amazon FBA course, but you don't want to spend £500 or £1,000 on a course, this is hopefully the perfect alternative. You know, for £15, you get access to Helium 10 and this full course, which hopefully will keep you busy for the next 3 weeks while we're in lockdown. So if you are interested in trying out Helium 10 and this course for the next few weeks, what you need to do is go to this link. You need to go to tinyurl.com/Darren80. Alternatively, just go straight to helium10.com and enter the discount code Darren80, and that will give you 80% off your first month subscription, and then you can cancel it at any time. Now, it is a little bit tricky how to enter the discount code, so I'm going to show these steps here, and that will talk you through the steps you need to follow to actually apply that 80% discount code. So hopefully you guys found this video useful, you know, seeing what Amazon is saying directly in Seller Central, also seeing how my sales are still terrible, and seeing how the delivery dates are starting to shorten as well. And finally, hopefully this discount code is something you guys will find useful and will keep you busy for the next few weeks. So if you aren't already a member, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.